is about that time again of the week that we are live. Welcome everyone, my name is Dan and I'm commentator for Platinum Racing League. Welcome everyone to this evening's running. This evening we have a new league, a new series running for Platinum Racing League. Tomorrow, of course, we have the TCR, so for the people who thought that was on tonight early, you are wrong. Of course, we have, like we announced, the F4, the IR04, the F4 car. It's the Platinum Racing League F4 series. Well, that is not the only new thing for tonight. We'll get to that a bit later. But let's talk about the series, yes. We will have 2 races, 1 open qualifying. The qualifying will, of course, determine the starting positions of our sprint race. The sprint race will be 15 minutes long. After those 15 minutes we have a classification, and of that classification the top 10 will be reversed, and that will be then the starting position for the feature race. Feature race will be 20 minutes long, and let's look at some of the drivers that will be racing for us tonight. Well then, we have, of course, as always, Winston Echo is currently in the pit lane as our lead man by almost half a second, and in second at the moment we have Fero Kuman. Of course, he will be he we want to watch out for as well. But yeah, like you see tonight or this evening, we have new graphics. I hope you all like it. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's been a little bit of a struggle to get it all working, but it seems like it is working fine now, and we have, of course, the race upon us in just a little bit time. Like I said, there will be an open qualifying, so drivers will, of course, have to go around other people that are on the track. Of course, they have to help each other with that. And I hope, and we've seen, that they can do so in a safe manner. And yeah, a track where we haven't been at with Platinum Racing League. It is the Enzo Edino Ferrari Imola, the Grand Prix circuit. So like we know it from Formula 1. Of course, you have the moto layout as well. That is with the chicane on the start-finish straight. Well then, we also have some new cameras. Of course, with these Formula cars, you can use a lot of different cameras. This is one of them. This is the helmet cam. We will be using this one if in a great fight, of course. Then we will use this one. Also new for tonight is that you can see which driver we are currently viewing. You can see that on the top left in the timing tower. Their number will light up in a gold color instead of the rest, which will be blue. This is one of our new cameras. We also have this one, which is the Halo cam, and then we have this one. This camera will look back, of course, when you're on the long straight. We will use this one, of course, to see how close the drivers are and how close they can get to one another. Of course, we have our normal cameras that we normally use, just the TV cameras, but we have an upgrade for tonight. And I am excited to see how these graphics will run in the stream. Let's get to know our drivers then a little bit more. Like we know, Winston Eckel is someone that competes in the Platinum Racing League as well. And yes, Marnix, I did go to to the barber shop, and yeah, I had a nice haircut, so that was spot on. But yeah, Winston is someone who competes in the Platinum Racing leagues very often. Of course, a member of Platinum Racing team. Then we have Fedor Kuman, who looks to be very, very fast as well. He also a Dutch driver who, a big slide there coming out of Variante Alta. But yeah, Fedor Kuman, the first time I've seen him race, of course, as he has an off in Platinum Racing League. He's new for me, but I don't know, maybe he has raced for Platinum Racing League in the past as well. But this is definitely my first time seeing him as well. Then we have Vincent Ossems, a regular competitor, of course, in the TCR, and also a member of Trackside Esports and Platinum Racing Team. Hugo Ekersen, racing for Platinum Racing Team as well. Also someone who is competing regularly in Platinum Racing League leagues. Marnix Heijs, of course, our founder, and as you can see, the new colors, I think they look brilliant on the Platinum Racing Team cars. The red and the white suits the car very, very well. But yeah, Marnix Heijs, the founder of Platinum Racing League and owner of Platinum Racing Team. Of course, he races in almost all the leagues he organizes, and he is someone to look out for as well. Jorge Lopez Exposito, I've never seen him race in Platinum Racing League, so this is definitely my first time seeing him. And this is in the F4s. Then he will definitely be looking to do good on his debut. Matthew Briggs, a driver from the UK, of course, racing with number 168. Also someone who I haven't seen in other series from Platinum Racing League as well. Daniel Webber, as he has a big off. That is an interesting one. That is a Yuki that he does there. He does him a favor, but Daniel Webber is of course one to look out for as well in P8 at the moment. First time seeing him, at least for me. So a lot of new faces here for me. Thomas Mocek, I hope I pronounce his name correctly, from Czech Republic. He is racing for the first time, I think, in Platinum Racing League in the F4 cars. Jesse Doorgeest, a Dutch driver who I think we will see regularly jumping to the top of the midfield, of course, and maybe even give the guys at the head of the field a big fight. Sven Merckx, we've seen him compete in a lot of races as well. He's definitely a competitor for some high positions in the TCR League as well. As we have now the start of qualifying 15 minutes long. I think Danny Burns, we haven't had him as well. First time seeing him for me as well in Platinum Racing League. Benjamin Higginbottom. I'm gonna try it again. Benjamin Higginbottom. I hope I pronounced that name correctly. In the 370 car. First time seeing him in a Platinum Racing League series as well. Lars Bachmann, the German driver. I've never seen him in a race from Platinum Racing League as well. I think we have had all of them then. Have we had Danny Burns? I don't know. If we have had him, definitely a driver with a lot of potential as well. Yes, we did have him. I think we have had them all, apart from Orhan Akers, the driver from the United States. And as you can see, of course, on the bottom of our screens, as he has a big moment of the new qualifying graphics. I think they look very, very nice indeed. Well then, Let's go on to our man who is the first one out of the pits, it looks like. It is Sven Merckx. Don't get confused. He is not on a lap at the moment. He is still on that lap. You can see that because his first sector is grey and not lit up. All the drivers currently on an out lap. But we'll stay with the man who I think will do great. Of course, here we have it, the helmet cam. One of our new cameras for this season's Formula 4. Going now into Rivazza. No. Not Rivazza. This is Tamburella. Tamburella chicane, the famous chicane, where of course here at this point Ayrton Senna died because of that accident he had. Now into the hairpin here, turn 7. Very easy. The car turns on throttle, it seems like, for Winston Eckel. Very nicely indeed. But it looks like he has some traffic up ahead of him. And that is, like I said, a very easy thing to do. The off tracks, it is so easy to pick them up through Acqua Minerale onto Variante Alta. Of course, a chicane that everyone knows. Like we see here, Winston Eckel swerving around because, of course, I think he had that off track at Tose. Oh, and that is a big accident there for him. He will not be able to finish that lap. Daniel Webber is on a lap, though. Let's see what he can do. Vincent Ossems is the first one to finish a lap. He comes out of Rivazza. Let's see what his time is gonna be then. This time round, it's a purple last sector, of course, because he's the last one to go through there. It's a 1:45.59. Definitely not the times that they are looking for. Looks like Jesse Dorcase is also on a very fast lap. Matthew Briggs behind him is also on a very fast lap. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna jump up? No, it looks like he is gonna stay where he is, because he had an off track. Very easy to get an off track here. Of course, with a lot of high speed corners and the off tracks being just beyond the curb, you can push it very far. Matthew Briggs, what can he do? Is he going to jump up, or did he have an off track as well? It looks like he had an off track as well this time round. Winston Eckel down. What is he going to do? Into Acqua Minerale again. Onto the Variante Alta, of course. Racing in Italy is one of my favorites because I can then, of course, throw out all those beautiful Italian corner names. Variante Alta, Acqua Minerale, Rivazza. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just one of my favorites. One of my personal favorites. Marnix Heister also on an improvement as well. Looks like he is behind them. Winston Eckel is still on an out lap, though. We'll look with Marnix Heister then. Is he still on an out lap? It does look like he is still on an out lap as well. Ferro Kuman, what is he going to be able to do? He's currently at the bottom of the list. But is he going to jump up with one purple sector, 2 yellows and 1 green? What is the last sector going to be? It's also going to be purple. Is he going to jump up is the question. It looks like a lot of drivers are having difficulties with keeping the car between the lines. As Jorge Lopez Exposito jumps up now to P2. 3/10 behind Vincent Ossems. Jesse Dorcase does now put in a lap. He is just... Oh, he is so close. He is 0.02 of a second behind Jorge Lopez Exposito. Benjamin Hickenbottom. I don't really know how to pronounce that name, man. Wow. I'm going to call him Benjamin, because that is the easy way of doing things. Well, here then, Sven Marks, we have him behind him with a little bit of traffic. Because he threw Aqua Minerale. You can see the undulation. You can see how much it goes up. And he is really hampered by the traffic here. He's I think, going to have to back out of that one. Vincent Ossems is on a very, very fast lap as well. He is currently already top of the list. We saw a 44.0 from Winston Eckel. But is Vincent Ossems going to be able to do one better? Benjamin is also purple in the last sector. But he is behind Vincent Ossems. So we can look at him afterwards. Winston Eckel goes to the top. But is Vincent Ossems going to chip that position away from him immediately? Yes, he is. But Koeman goes to the top as well. But then Vincent Ossems goes ahead of him. Well, and Sven Marks did improve as well. Fedor Koeman, what a lap from him as well. A 45.21, but it is Vincent Ossems who is at the moment just behind that. 3.5 tenths clear almost of the field. Winston Eckel, he really is looking to improve now. Without traffic, he has to find somewhere 5 or almost 6 tenths to go ahead of Vincent Ossems. That should be able, he should be able to do that. We saw, of course, that 44.0, but was that an off track there? I can't really say. Hugo Ekersen goes purple in the 4th sector. Where is he at the moment? Hugo Ekersen is currently rock bottom without a time. He is one of the 4 drivers still without a time as we are past halfway in qualifying. Hugo Ekersen coming onto the straight now. What is he going to be able to do? Is he going to jump up into maybe P5 or 6, maybe P7? The answer is yes, he is going to jump up into P7. Fedor Koeman, he is improving as well. He now through the Rivazza left-handers. Right behind him is Vincent Ossems. What is he going to be able to do? Also purple as well. Fedor Koeman, what does he do? Does he go to the top? Yes, he does. 44.7. Vincent Ossems, can he go ahead of him? No, he can't. 1.5 tenths lacking behind that. Winston Eckel, where is he currently? He is, I think he has just started a new lap. He has not found anything. It's Fedor Koeman now, the one surprising everyone. 44.7 as he has it off again. He showed it in practice, but he isn't really able to do so. Danny Burns is also improving as well. He is currently in P12 but wants 46.8. What is he going to be able to do? He's going to be able to jump up. It does not look like he is. Matthew Briggs, though, does improve now. He goes up into P7, pushes Lars Bachmann and Hugo Ekersen down to an 8 and 9 respectively. Benjamin, what can he do? He was a very fast driver. Yeah, he does now have some traffic. Into Aqua Minerale he goes. Into the Variante Alta. You can really see how blind that chicane is going to be. Hugo Ekersen is also improving. We'll get to him in a bit. But you can see how blind it is and how tricky that one is over the curbs as well. Getting all out of shape there is Benjamin. And he is now going to have to let, I think, Sven Marks that is through. Yes, he is. Sven Marks now letting, I think, Daniel Weber is also improving. Jorge Lopez Esposito is improving as well. I don't know if that is his whole name, but I'm just going to call him Jorge Lopez. He is improving as well. He's currently in a 1:45.46. Is he going to be able to improve? Yes, he is. 3 tenths he has to find, but that is a 1:45.12. And that is a very competitive time. Lars Bachmann, currently in 9th, is also improving as well. Hugo Ekersen This man did improve. He did go up into P4. Winston Eckel is struggling at the moment. Lars Bachmann will look on with him through the difficult chicane. Variante Alta. It's a great place for photographers to get a brilliant photo of the cars jumping over that chicane. Rivazza, what is he going to do here? It's very easy to overshoot these because it's downhill coming into it. I had a brilliant picture on my background from a friend of mine, Joey Aldous, in Variante Alta. Just a beautiful picture. It's one of the spots that a lot of photographers go to, but Lars Bachmann, what is he going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to improve? He is currently 9th with 1:45.8, and he improves 2.5 tenths. Lars Bachmann, and that jumps him up into P6 with a 1:45.61. Jorge Lopez again going purple here. He's already up into P3 with 3.5 tenths to find on Fredo Koeman. It's a all Dutch front row at the moment. Sven Merckx also improving behind him. What is Jorge Lopez going to be able to do? This is really the closing part of qualifying. It's all or nothing at the moment. Koeman is not going to improve anymore. It looks like Jorge Lopez. What are you going to be able to do? Coming across the line. And he does not improve. Behind that, Jesse Doorgeest also does not improve. Marnix Heister behind that, and P8 is currently on a good lap. 2 green sectors there from the Dutchman. Driving for Platinum Racing League, as we can obviously see. But all the drivers here in the F4 League race for themselves. This is really a series for them to show themselves. What is Marnix Heister going to be able to do now? Currently 8th with 1:45.8. Does he jump up? No, he does not. But he gives his teammate a little bit of slipstream. Daniel Webber. He is currently in 7th, but also improving it looks like as well. Hugo Ekersen just behind him is improving as well. What is Daniel going to be able to do? Is he going to jump up? No, he does not as well. It looks like all of the drivers have really reached their potential. Orhan Akos, he is currently rock bottom without a time, together with Thomas Mocek, but it looks like he is not in the session anymore. He is at least in a pit lane, but I don't think he is in the session. What is he going to be able to do? Is he going to be able to improve? Yes, he does. He sets a time, but that is not a time that is setting the world alight. That is 1.09 seconds slower than the guy ahead of him. Oh, getting all out of shape over the curb. Really struggling in those new cars. Rolf Müller is at the moment the one just ahead of him. Jorge Lopez improving as well. What is he going to be able to do? Coming across the line in just a bit. Does he improve? No, he does not improve. Rolf Müller, can he improve then onto the straight? This is his last lap, I think. Yes, it is. It's going to be now or never. Oh, and he just can't finish the lap. That is so gutting for the young man. Well, let's look on to the grid then. Fredo Koeman has pole position ahead of Vincent Ossems. Jorge Lopez is in 3rd. Jesse Doorgeest is in 4th. Hugo Ekersen, I think the 2nd highest of the Platinum Racing Team drivers. Then in 6th we have Winston Eckel ahead of Lars Bachmann in 7th. Daniel Webber in 8th. 9th is Marnix Heister. 10th Matthew Briggs. Sven Merckx. I expected more from him. He showed some real pace in the practices, but not really able to show them here in the race. Benjamin is 12th. Danny Burns is in 13th. Rolf Müller is in 14th. 15th is Orhan Akos. Thomas Hoczek, who did not set a time and I don't think is in the session anymore, is 16th. Well then, let's look at the race information. Of course, we are at Imola. The full course is, of course, located in Italy. This track is 4.86 kilometers long. Track temperature is at the moment 30 degrees, so not too chilly for the drivers, a good track temperature. And the altitude of this track, of course, 42 meters up. The air temp at the moment, 24 degrees. The wind speed is 11 kilometers an hour, so a good condition for the drivers to race in. As we have Fredo Koeman now starting on the front row alongside Vincent Alsems. We have the 5 red lights ahead of him. The 5 red lights are on. And they're underway for the first race of the Platinum Racing League F4 Series. It's Koeman with a very good start. But pulling up alongside him is Vincent Alsems. Down the inside, maybe Jorge Lopez. Not really able to make it stick. Hugo Ekersen gate 1 position over Jesse Dorgees, but it looks like everyone has kept their position in the first corner. Now on the inside, here is Sven Merckx. Oh, he does get a touch there on his front wing from Matthew Briggs, defending his position. Now maybe trying to go up the inside on the hairpin. Yes, he does so up the inside. Can he keep it there? Yes, he does. He pushes Matthew Briggs out wide. He has to slot him behind. Benjamin looking for the inside as well. You're not going to do it here, are you? This is really not a corner to go through side by side. Can he make it stick? Yes, he does. Great respect from both drivers. But can he make it stick on the outside of Aqua Minerale? A difficult corner to do on your own. Touching the grass on the outside, and that is difficult. Yes, there he is. The spin, and he goes off. Benjamin, that is really not a place you want to be on the outside of Aqua Minerale. Of course, the grass, if you touch it, you spin out. And that is almost race done for him, and almost weekend done for him. Because, of course, you have to be in the top 10 to be on, at least get in the reverse grid on the feature race. Vincent Alsems trying to chase down now Fredo Koeman. Hugo Ekersen is right behind that. Jorge Lopez and Jesse Dorgees is right behind that as well. Onto the straight he comes. The slipstream, of course, very, very effective. Pulling alongside him here. There he is, almost touching him, almost pushing him to the first couple of corners. Can he keep the inside? Jorge Lopez, yes he can. Winston Eckel behind that, looking to pounce as well. But now down the inside, Jesse Dorgees, can he make this one stick? There he is, up the inside of the Villeneuve chicane. He now has the outside. Winston Eckel behind that, can go around the outside of the hairpin, turn 7. Yes, he does manage to do so if we see them come into shot again. And that is how Jorge Lopez loses 2 positions in the span of 3 or 4 corners. Right behind that is Daniel Webber defending his position. Sven Merckx ahead of Marnix Heister, defending bravely against him. But he also has Lars Bachmann behind him. And ahead of him, as we can see, is Sven Merckx through the Variante Alta. Let's see how he gets through there. There is a big difference how drivers take them. It's really a confidence thing. Can you yeet it over the curbs? Yes, he can. A spin ahead of him. Who is that? Is that Winston Eckel? Yes, it is. Winston Eckel in some big trouble. He does manage to keep the car going. He does not stall the car, but he loses a lot of positions. Really struggling in qualifying, and in the beginning of the race is Winston Eckel. Sven Merckx, Marnix Heister still behind him, putting up alongside him here. But behind him is Lars Bachmann as well. I think Lars Bachmann is going to attack. As who is that going slower? Is that Jorge Lopez? Winston Eckel, we can take a look at that crash again. Here it is. Oh, it's Jorge Lopez who spun Winston Eckel out. Don't tell me and that is the reason why he is going slow. No, it isn't. He just spun on himself, made his way off the track, and rejoined in a safe manner. Jorge Lopez was going slow there. Maybe some issues with the car. But it's still Marnix Heister behind Sven Merckx and Lars Bachmann behind that as well. Frederik Koeman has been overtaken by Vincent Assems. Here we have that pass. We did not see it. Into the Tamburello chicane. Around the outside. Beautiful move there from Vincent Assems. Really showed Vettel where his place is. And then defending, of course, that position into the Villeneuve chicane. And he does manage to do so. Brilliant pass there from Vincent Assems, but can he keep it ahead is the question. Hugo Ekersen now looking to pounce on Frederik Koeman as well. Top 3 really making a gap now. They have a gap of almost 3 seconds on Jesse Doorgeest, who is in a league of his own as well. He's just faster than the guys behind him, and the top 3 is just a little bit too fast for him to keep up with. But Frederik Koeman, is he going to try it around the outside into the Tamburello chicane again? Is he going to do the reverse on Vincent Assems? Yes, he is. He is ahead on the turning in point, and he just cuts across him. Brilliant move there from Frederik Koeman. Vincent Assems now has to defend from Hugo Ekersen. Is he going to try down the inside of the Villeneuve chicane? No, he isn't. He's going to stick behind. Looks like Marnix Heister has dropped back as well. Rolf Müller, we had a crash further down in the field as well. Let's see what happened here. Straight down the inside he goes. He slows down. Oh, that is a dangerous position to slow down. Does he have to jump? Yes, he did jump back to the pits. Don't know why that was. But it's never good to see a driver jump back to the pits. Benjamin is currently in P14. He's lost 2 positions from where he was. And this is what happened to Benjamin just a little while ago. Into Aqua Minerale. Did he touch the outside, the grass? Oh no, just a little bit too hot into there, and then it just breaks away from him. That is what happened there to Benjamin. Well, then back to live pictures. Frederik Koeman still ahead of Vincent Assems. Vincent Assems well within the slipstream. But can he make a move? Is he close enough? He is gaining. He's gaining with the Tamburello chicane. Is coming up fast. I think he's just a little bit too far back. And he's not going to try and make a pass this time round. He has a better exit though to the Villeneuve chicane. But as we see a 44.9 here from Winston Eckel, chasing down Jorge Lopez from Karuma Motorsports. His team is looking. So there's a little bit of extra pressure there for Jorge Lopez. He has lost 4 positions on where he started. He had a very good qualifying, but the race is pretty much going downhill for him. And now is Winston Eckel going to try and go around the outside? Is he going to try and set up a switchback? Yes, he is. And now with that exit, is he going to be able to be ahead going into the into Piratella? No, he isn't, but they keep it side by side. Great respect there from one another. On the outside for the Aqua Minerale. Is he going to be able to turn in? Yes, he is. And he has that move done. Going into Aqua Minerale before they go into there, because you really don't want to be side by side going into there. Winston Eckel is now clear and can now focus ahead of him. Sven Merckx is in P6. He is really on his own. Daniel Webber ahead of him, also really on his own. But it looks like it is Sven Merckx gaining on Daniel Webber half a second last time around. As we look with Daniel Webber through. Oh, did we have a spin there? Did we have a crash? I think we did. And that was Hugo Akerson. I think this is what happened to Hugo. Let's take a look at it. Going into the Variante. Oh, he spun. And who did he take with him there? That was, I think that was at that point Vincent Ossem. So the two Platinum Racing Team drivers not really working with each other there. Vincent Ossems is still trying to chase down Federico. It looks like he has now dropped some pace. It looks like he has some damage on his car from when the accident happened with Hugo Akerson. Hugo Akerson looks like he is really driving a hampered car. Yes, it looks like that car is not likely to handle how he wants it to. Federico now just posted the fastest lap. Last lap around. What is it going to be this time around? Not losing too much last lap was Vincent Ossems. This time around it's going to be a 1:44.82. Vincent Ossems on that lap almost a second slower. Jesse Dorges is now gaining on Vincent Ossems. He's within a second, so he has the slipstream. What can he do? The gaps looks to likely stay the same, but here is the Variante, or the Variante, this is just Aqua Minerale, don't know what I want. As we have just 3 more minutes to go, it looks like, in this race. Vincent Ossems really gaining. Jorge Lopez is at the moment right behind Sven Merckx. Can he defend from it? Into the Variante Alta chicane. Sven Merckx himself is right behind Winston Eckel. Did he let Winston Eckel through? I do think he did, because Winston is just that little bit faster than Sven Merckx, and he didn't want to lose time to Jorge Lopez. So he's been demoted down to P6, but still fighting bravely for his position. Winston Eckel now gained the position from where he started, but it could have been a lot more if he did not have that spin at the beginning of the race. The fastest man out on track last time was Jesse Dorges, and that is by far the fastest lap time we have seen at the moment. A 1:44.34 for him. And he is now right behind Vincent Ossems. It is at the moment a all Dutch podium at the front of the field. The Dutch drivers really dominating at the moment this race. Daniel Webber not really able to do something about the pace of these top 3 drivers. And he is getting closer to Vincent Ossems. 6/10 is the gap to Vincent. Into the Variante Alta. Look how much he's gaining. He is really on it. With a purple sector in sector 2 again as well. Green in sector 4. He is looking to improve. Vincent Ossems also posting his fastest lap time last time round, but that was not enough to keep Jesse Dorges behind. But let's look what it is gonna be now. We had a purple sector, a lot of greens in there. Is this gonna be another fastest lap time of the race? Oh, you can bet on it, it is. 1:44.26. Brilliant lap time there by Jesse Doorgeest. And he is now right up behind Vincent Ossems. But I think the last lap of the race upon us now. This is really going to be his only opportunity to do something about it. Where can you do it other than the Variante Alta? Going into there is really tricky. This next one into Rivazza, he could do it with a good exit out of the Variante Alta. With a purple sector 1, that is definitely going to happen. Vincent Ossems taking some track limits there, but some smart track limits because he had those in his pocket, I think. Another one there just to keep ahead of Jesse Doorgeest. And that is a purple third sector time for Vincent Ossems. Now, it's going to all depend on how he gets out of this. A little bit wide there, Vincent Ossems into Rivazza. Is he going to be able to do something? I think he is a little bit too far back to really have a go into Rivazza. He can brake later, but not late enough. But it looks like Fedor Kuman is going to be the one to come across the line to win the sprint race on the first evening of this F4 race. Vincent Ossems, can he keep ahead? Yes, he can. Yes, Daniel Webber is just ahead of Winston Eckel. A good comeback drive there for him. Jorge Lopez managed to get past Sven Merckx before the finish line. Hugo Akerson, disappointing race there for him. Does he have a drive-through on the last lap? Is that going to demote him? Yes, it is. Lars Bachmann can take that position on track as well. Hugo Akerson, how many laps or how many positions is he going to lose here? And that there is the checkered flag for him. Danny Burns comes across the line. Can he go ahead of Akerson? No, he can't. Matthew Briggs right behind that as well. Benjamin, where does he finish? He comes across the line now. And we have Rolf Müller, who we have to win. He's the last one to finish. He is still in the lap of the leader, I think. Marnix Heister, that race out of the race again. Not a really good race for him there. As Rolf Müller now is going to come across the line, we have then the result for you. There it is. Well then, we have to look at the grid first because there is no warm-up. Matthew Briggs is going to be the one starting on pole position for the feature race. Danny Burns is going to be second. Third, Lars Bachmann. Fourth is going to be Sven Merckx. Fifth is going to be Jorge Lopez. Winston Eckel lines up alongside him. Daniel Webber in seventh. Eighth is Jesse Doorgeest. Ninth, Vincent Ossems. 10th is Fedor Kuman. Benjamin is in 11th, and 12th is Hugo Akerson. Orhan Ekus is in 13th. Rolf Müller in 14th. Marnix Heister in 15th. After that calamity of a race he had last time round. And Thomas Hotchek is in 16th. Well then, let's look at the drivers at the head of the field. Here they are. We're waiting on the 5 red lights. There they are, the 5 red lights. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights are on. In the round, and we're underway for the last race of this evening. And it's Briggs who gets away very, very well. Lars Bachmann behind him as well. Danny Burns had a very, very bad getaway. Jorge Lopez down the inside now maybe of Danny as well, losing 3 positions at the start. No, he isn't. And Sven Merckx gets past him as well. Can turn in there. I thought he had to keep the outside line. Who is that? Is that Vincent Ossems trying to get the inside of Daniel Webber? Yes, he does so. But now Daniel has the inside. Great respect there from both drivers, giving each other the room. But at the head of the field, Matthew Briggs is being challenged by Lars Bachmann for the lead. Sven Merckx gets through. Can he keep this one on the inside? I think he can. Here he is. Yes, he can. Going side by side there. I think it's Winston Eckel with Danny Burns. Yes, he is. He had to bail out of that one. Vincent Ossa's right behind Jorge Lopez as well. Don't go side by side into the Aqua Minerale. And Vincent gets touched there. And that is Vincent off. And I think he got touched there by Daniel Weber. Is it? Yes, it is. He gets demoted down a couple of positions as well. Is it Sven Merckx who had a spinner there? We'll take a look at it. Did he have a spinner going out of the Variante Alta? Taking too much speed in. He's known to take a lot of speed in. Yes, he is. And there he goes off, but he can continue just like Winston Eckel last time around. Matthew Briggs is still at the head of the field. Going side by side there, Jorge Lopez around the outside is going to have to go for Lars Bachmann. Can he make this one stick? No, Lars says, no, you are not going through this time, sir. You have to wait another lap to do so. Hugo Ikesen is behind Jesse Dorgeest. Winston Eckel is right behind that as well. Danny Burns is in 7th. 8th is Marnix. A better result for him side by side though with Ferro Kuman, our winner of the last race. Marnix Heiser able to keep him behind. Daniel Weber now around the outside of Ferro. Is he going to be able to make this one stick? Yes, he is still there, but not really able to make this one stick on the outside. Sven Merckx though working on a comeback drive. Rolf Müller is the first one to take, and he does so very convincingly up into 11th again. But it could have been a lot more there for Sven Merckx. Winston Eckel at the moment right behind his teammate Hugo Ikesen in 6th position. Hugo Ikesen all over the back of Lars. Is he going to try and go up the inside of the Variante Alta? No, he isn't. With great respect there shown by Winston Eckel to keep behind there. Now into Rivazza. A very, very good exit there for Hugo Ikesen. He's going to try it up the inside of Rivazza. It's a very popular overtaking place. Is he going to do so? He's going to have to go around the outside. He gets cut off his nose and he gets a little bit squirmy on the entry. And now there is Winston Eckel ready to pounce on his teammate, but it is going to be Lars Bachmann getting left out to dry there by the slipstream. This is for 5th position. Jesse Dorge is just a little bit ahead of that. Is he going to go up the inside of Jorge Lopez? Yes, he does make that move stick already. Lars Bachmann, he is going to go up the inside. He keeps that inside. But the switchback isn't going to work for Hugo Ikesen, almost pushing him through. But that is not going to work. Winston Eckel is now going to have to go around the outside. Hugo Ikesen around the outside of the Villeneuve chicane. Not really able to do so, but is he in a bit hot? Can he now, on the exit, make this work? He's going to have to go around the outside, Hugo Ikesen. Maybe the switchback, we saw that work for Winston Eckel, and Hugo Ikesen goes around. And there's another Platinum Racing driver, or Platinum Racing team driver who goes around. Not really Winston Eckel who can chase down Lars Bachmann. Ferro Kuman is going to have to attack here on Daniel Weber. He's going to have to do it very aggressively. He does so. Sven Merckx keeps ahead of Marnix Heiser. Very good comeback drive. Already up into 8th is Sven Merckx again. 7th ahead of him is Daniel Weber. Winston Eckel now is going to have to go up the inside. No, he can't. He stays behind. And Kevin, I can't talk dialect because the people won't understand what I'm saying then. But welcome to the stream, my friend. Up the inside then goes Winston Eckel. Can he make it stick? No, he can't even get alongside. But he does unsettle Lars Bachmann into the first Rivazza. Second Rivazza. Can he keep it ahead? Yes, he can. But now the question is, can he keep it ahead in the slipstream? Jesse Dorgeest, a man who was very, very fast in the sprint race as well. Now in the slipstream of Matthew Briggs. Behind him is Jorge Lopez as well. who has shown that he has some pace as well. Winston Eckel ahead of Lars Bachmann. Yes, he does keep that position. We will give you a lap around this track with our leader next time around. I think that is going to be Jesse Dorges. He's knocking on the door of Matthew Briggs. He's going to have to go up the inside on the grass there. He has dirty tires. He's not going to make that work with those tires. And except Matthew Briggs getting through, Jorge Lopez had a look up the inside as well. Thinks the better of it. Into, I think this is the Piratella. Yes, it is. Beautiful move there by Dorges, giving it all to go up the inside. He did want to have the inside there. That is a beautiful, beautiful move. Now, can he make it work into the Variante Alta? No, he can't. Winston Eckel is lurking in the background to get ever closer. Jorge Lopez, what can he do? It looks like he can't follow the pace of Matthew Briggs and Jesse Dorges. Into the Variante. This is into Rivazza, breaking onto him. But more than that, he can't really do. Onto the straight we go again. Is he now close enough? That is the question. We will wait a lap longer with giving you a lap around the track on board with the driver, because this is exciting. Is Jesse gonna have the speed to go up or up the inside or around the outside? He's gonna have to make the outside work. He is there. He turns in. He is alongside for the lead. It's a beautiful move by Jesse Dorges. I think there was a little bit of contact there with Jesse or with Matthew. I hope his car is okay. But Winston Eckel does move up as well. Daniel Weber defending his position from Fedor Kuman, of course, the winner of last race. He is through up into 5th as well, showing his brilliance here. But this is an amazing fight. Going up the inside there is Sven Merckx of Lars Bachmann. But he cannot make that one work. Martin Seiser trying to go up the inside of Vincent Osheim. These are teammates, remember that. And he does not go for it this time round. Jesse Dorges now working on producing a gap to the Jorge Lopez behind him. Jesse did have the fastest lap at some point in the sprint race. But Jorge Lopez is going to have to stick behind for a little bit longer. Daniel Weber defending his position from Lars Bachmann. Trying to attack Fedor Kuman. Can he cause an upset here and do something that we all didn't expect and attack Fedor Kuman? It looks like he really can't. But the leader has spun out on the second of the Rivazza. He now has to wait. Let the whole field through. And he can now continue his way. That promotes Winston Eckel up into the first position. And he goes around Jorge Lopez as well. Can he make this one stick? It looks like he can, and he now has the lead of the race. Let's look at the crash of Jesse. Here, going into Rivazza. The first, all okay. Not even squirmy on the entry, but the first one getting squirmy on the entry and the exit. Touching the gravel and just managing to get through there is Jorge Lopez. That explains why Winston Eckel could take him on the straight as well. Let's see if Jesse can now continue his way and maybe get up through the field as well. Getting up through the field, this man did very, very well. Ahead of all his Platinum Racing team members now, except Vincent Osheim is behind him, but except Winston Eckel, he is in the lead of the race. But ahead of him, side by side into the Variante, into the Aqua Minerale, getting a bad run out of there. Monix Heiser, is he going to put it up the inside of his teammate? No, he is just driving in his mirrors, but it's Lars Bachmann trying to go around the outside or up the inside of Matthew Briggs. Can he do so? No, he can't. He has a bad run out of the chicanes. Van Merckx is ahead of Monix Heiser, but can he keep it ahead is the question. Into Rivazza, and it's Marnix who is ahead. and it is Sven who has to bail out of that. But we are going to give you now a lap around the Autodromo Internazionale de Imola with our leader Winston Eckel. Well, that was a lap around the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari Imola. Now going to Tamburella again. Winston Eckel in the lead of the race, but it's really all going down here. Sven Merckx is off. Did he do that together with his teammates? We're gonna take a look at that. Yes, all the three Platinum Racing Team cars are here, and it looks like he just goes off. Martix just goes off, locks the rears, and then it goes around. That is the second time Sven Merckx had to go off track to avoid an accident, and once he spun out himself. Well, that has allowed Vincent Oshems through. Jessedorgis, can he now attack Winston Eckel, or Winston Eckel, Sven Merckx? Winston Eckel is of course leading this race. Sven Merckx is now under attack from Jessedorgis, has to get back into the rhythm again after that crash at T1. Ready to go for it into the Rivazza. Second then, getting a good exit. Now he is within slipstream range. Now he can do something. Where can he go to? That is a beautiful move. He's going to go to the inside. He's going to show Sven Merckx the outside, but we know Sven is a tough cookie. He can hang in there, and he is going to break late, but not late enough. And Jessedorgis is now through on him as well. Ahead of that, Lars Bachmann getting closer to Vincent Oshems as well. But we have a challenge for the lead. Jorge Lopez getting out of the hairpin. Now going up to the Piratella. A very fast left-hander, very easy to get an off track there. Of course, with 14X, you have a drive-through penalty, and you don't want to see that. Pushing the edge there, as look who's coming up behind there, coming from 10th is Fedor Kuman up into 3rd again, and he is gaining on all of them. He is into the slipstream of Jorge Lopez already. Posting purple sectors everywhere he goes at the moment. Fedor Kuman, who has the fastest lap of the race at the moment, it is the man at the head of the field, Winston Echo. But now, that fastest lap, it looks like it's going to be undone by the one and only Fedor Kuman. He really seems to be someone who is on it when it comes to the race. What is going to set for a lap time? A 43.84. That is the first 43 I have seen this evening. Wow. What a lap by Fedor Kuman. He is now gaining. Last lap, he gained almost a second on the on the man ahead of him, Jorge Lopez. Can he make a move into the Rivazza? Time is just trickling away for him. He only has 3 more minutes left to do something about Winston Eccles' lead. He first has to get past Jorge Lopez. And we know that Jorge, of course, being a Spaniard, he is a tough cookie. He is not easy to get past, but a good exit maybe out of the Variante Alta into Rivazza now. He is gaining. He had a very, very good exit here. He's going to go up the inside. No, he's not. He's going to stick behind until he gets to the straight. He has to have a good exit here now. Does he do so? No, he does not. It looks like he has a bit of a bad exit. Jorge Lopez looking all in his mirrors now. This is what he sees. And I don't think that he isn't. I don't think he's close enough. No, he's not. He's going to have to stick behind for another lap. And every lap is valuable because we have only 2 laps left, including this one. After this lap, we will get the white flag. Can he do now into Piratella? Very fast left-hander. Oh, that is very close. It looks like Jorge Lopez is all over those track limits. You don't want to be really out that far. And you can see how much he gauged through Acqua Minerale. Very, very, very good sequence of corners, that one, Acqua Minerale. Through the Variante Alta, you can see how much he gains. He gets so close. And on the exit, what can he do? Once again, looking with the driver in his helmet. He's going to have to stick behind for another lap. He's going to have to try it. But it looks like he is not going to be able to go to Winston Eckel. Now he has a good exit. Now he can try. Now he's close enough. The thing is, Jorge Lopez has the slipstream from Winston Eckel. Winston Eckel very, very consistent. 100 off his best lap, but he's now going to have to go around the outside. Can he do so? Yes, he can. Beautiful move by Fedor Kuman. And showing Jorge where he stands. Of course, a move around the outside there is very, very tricky. You have to trust the other driver that he is going to make that corner work. Now, can he catch up to the back of Winston Eckel? Remember, this is the last lap. We have white flag here. Can he catch up to the back of Winston Eckel? I don't think he can. Daniel Weber, does he have to stop on track? He has a big, big issue. It looks like his left or right rear tire was offset a little bit. Rolf Müller. Now the one through the hairpin. But it looks like it's Fedor Kuman. Oh, he is so close. He's getting closer with every corner they turn. Through the Variante Alta, gets within 8 tenths, but I don't think it is gonna be enough. 44.23 on his last lap from Fedor Kuman. What a race and what an evening he has driven. But I don't think that he can deny Winston Eckel from a beautiful victory in the feature race of the first evening of the Platinum Racing League F4 Series. Winston Eckel comes through to win it. Fedor Kuman right behind him. 7 tenths the gap was at the end. Vincent Ossems comes through in fourth. Sven Merckx also very consistent, coming through in fifth after all the problems he has had in this feature race. This is a very good position for him to finish in. Marnix Heister then finishing in 6th position. Rolf Müller coming through now to finish the race in 7th position. And we're only waiting on one man then, and that is Lars Bachmann coming through to finish the race in 9th position. Well then, let's take a look at both results. I will get the result here on screen for you. This is, of course, don't be confused, this is the result of the sprint race. So not the race we've seen just yet. This is the result of our sprint race we had earlier on this evening. Winner, of course, Fedor Kuman. Like I said, he drove a very good race that time around, and a very good evening for him. Vincent Ossems finished second in the sprint race. Jesse Doorgeest, of course, he showed that he had the pace there, and he finished third on the podium. An all Dutch podium. Daniel Webber is in fourth. Fifth is Winston Eckel. Sixth, Jorge Lopez. Seventh is Sven Merckx. Eighth is Lars Bachmann. Danny Burns is in ninth. 10th, Matthew Briggs. 11th, Benjamin. And I'm gonna try it again. Benjamin Higginbotham. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hugo Ekersen in 12th. 13th, Orhan Akes. 14th, Rolf Müller. Marnix Heister in 15th, and Thomas Moczek in 16th. Well then, looking at the last race we've had, the feature race. What a race that was. Winston Eckel at the end finishing in first, but like I said, a very good evening for Fedor Kuman. He finishes that race in second. That gives him an average finishing position of 1.5. So that is a very good result for him, and a very good evening for him as well. Jorge Lopez in third. Fourth is Vincent Ossems, and fifth is Sven Merckx. Like I said, a very consistent evening for him, keeping the car on track in both races. Of course, having to avoid a couple of accidents there, but he managed to claw his way back up into fifth position. Sixth is Marnix Heister. A better race for him than the sprint race, of course, not finishing that one. Having to retire from that. Rolf Müller is in 7th. 8th is Lars Bachmann. Matthew Briggs is in 9th. 10th is Daniel Webber. 11th is Jesse Doorgeest. And 12th, Benjamin Higginbotham. 13th, and not finishing again, is Hugo Ekersen. Orhan Akes is in 14th. And 15th is Danny Burns. 16th, and again finishing last and not starting the race, so it DNS is Thomas Moczek. Well, let's look if there are some drivers maybe in the waiting room. Yes, there are. And we will begin with Vincent Ossems. Vincent, welcome.
Good evening.
Vincent, your first race for Platinum Racing Team in this Formula 4 car. Tell us about how your evening went and how you adapted to the car.
Well, it started off rough in the practice. I couldn't get a decent lap in. I almost invalidated every lap I did. But in the quali it went reasonably well. I could hang in the slipstream of someone, and I had the pace for second. First race went decent. The except Hugo, my teammate, was faster than me, I think. So I was trying to let him pass in turn one, so he could have a go at the lead. But he spun in front of me right when he passed me, so I had to avoid him, and I lost the slipstream to P1. So that was a bit unfortunate, and I didn't have the pace
Hmm.
to gain on him. I could barely um, keep up with him. So that was race one. So that's quite happy with it, but I obviously wanted more. And the second race um, started off okay, had a decent start. Got spun around in Aqua Minerale. Um,
Yeah, we saw that.
and after that, yeah, I had a decent recovery. But the leading group was too far away to get a podium. But P4 is a good recovery, so I can be happy with that.
Yeah. Well, Vincent, what did you have to, of course, this being a new car in iRacing, what did you have to adapt most to?
Well, first off, I really like the car. Um, what I think it has quite a bit of grip, more than I expected when it released. Um, and I think you can go really early on throttle with this car, so then it turns well. That's something I need to get used to a bit. Um, but yeah, it's really fun to drive, and it's you can really have some good racing in it. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, Vincent, you've had a very successful evening. Could have been better, but I think you can still be very, very happy with the result. Yeah. Well, thank you for the interview, and I hope to see you out there next week as well.
yes, thank you. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
Bye. Well then, we move on to someone who, yeah, was very consistent. He was one of the most consistent drivers, of course, having a very tough second race, and I think you all know who uh, who who I'm bringing in now. Of course, our new TCR winner, looking to do the same tomorrow. It's Sven Merks. Sven, welcome.
How you
Sven,
doing then?
yeah, I'm doing fine. You had a very consistent evening. I have to say. I think finishing fifth two times in a row, but I
Yeah.
think the second race was the more difficult one.
Yeah, I had an incident with my teammate of here. In this championship, it's no team standings, but yeah, it was a bit awkward
Yeah,
just in the car. Yeah, my point of view, he moved on the braking. Yeah, I'm still there. Yeah, well, what do you want I need to do?
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
that's
For us, it
something
looked
yeah we
like he
need to
just
talk
locked
about.
his rear tires and spun around that way. But you're saying
No, no, no.
that there was a touch?
Yeah, yeah, I touched him. I touched him. But my POV was he was braking and turning slightly to the right, and yeah, my nose was still there. So yeah,
Yeah.
but the stewards can announce that if I'm getting a penalty or something.
Yeah.
That's up to them.
Yeah, well, Sven, apart from that, I think
It
you
was
had a
consistent, yes.
yeah, you
Yeah,
had a very successful evening, finishing fifth twice. Yeah, tell us about race two, because of course that incident happened.
yeah,
You
uh,
spun yourself, and then of course we saw you fight back
yeah,
through the field brilliantly.
yeah. I did some typical PRL dive pumps, but cleanly, cleanly, not touching. But unfortunate, I touched my teammate. But sometimes happens in racing.
Yeah.
You can't help it.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Sven, it's been amazing to see you going at it again this evening. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see you going at it tomorrow as well. Thank you for the
Yeah,
interview, buddy.
hopefully I speak to you tomorrow. And thank you for
Yeah,
streaming, man.
Well, we move on then to someone who had not so good of a race one, but race two was definitely very, very good for him. Marnix, welcome.
Hi, hi, hi.
Monix, you had a very unsuccessful, we can say that I think, race one,
Yep.
not finishing that one, but I think race two went a lot better for you, apart from I think the little incident you had with Sven.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was a miscommunication. He said to me, "Go to the inside," but in my head there was, "Let's go to the ideal lane and let's get the faster lane and get more speed into the corner, and so we can all have an advantage of it." So, but Vincent was close behind Sven, so that went completely wrong. But shit happens.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was completely my mistake, and I apologize to Sven. But there's something we need to work on. I mean, it went well a few laps, but still communication is a part that we need to improve on as a team
yeah,
to have strict rules on it.
yeah. Well, Sven said, I think when I just spoke him, he said there isn't really a team. You're driving on your own in this F4 series, of course. You drive for a team, but in F4 it is like you drive for yourself. Do you feel like that as well? Because you're now talking as a team, but yes, and
I mean,
thought
yeah, we
differently.
were discussing in the first race as well that if I had the feeling that I could catch the guys in front, which I eventually did in the first race, which went quite well, that he left me through. But in the second race, we were doing it as well, like switching around with Vincent as well, because he's of course the faster driver of us. But I think there's there's no team orders, but we have the favor factor within our team. If someone is faster than someone else, we let him pass
Yeah,
to catch the guys in front. Because without slipstream in the F4s, there's no pace in it, and we could not catch the guys in front. So, I mean, it was working for 3 laps, but then unfortunately the accident happened.
yeah. Yeah, well, Monix, tell us about race one. What really went wrong for you there that you had to retire? Because we couldn't see it.
In 81,
Yeah,
someone rejoined the track in Lesmos 2, or what's it called? Is it Lesmos 2?
Rivazza,
Ivatsa, yeah, that's
the last
Monzas,
two.
my bad. Yeah, exactly. He spun in front of me and he rejoined in an unsafe manner, and I could had nowhere to go, so that was quite unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah. Well, unfortunate to hear that, Monix. Of course, tomorrow another chance for you in the TCRs. Yeah,
Yes.
next week is again the F4s. But yeah, I have one final question for you, and
Okay.
I did not ask Sven, but what is the most? Where did you have to adjust most to? With of course these cars being new in iRacing, what kind of thing of the car, what kind of handling of the car did you have to adjust most to?
The rear, it's something different than I expected. Has made way more downforce and than expected, and the rear is quite snappy, so you really need to control the braking and the steering when in the entry of the corner, so it could really snap out quite easy.
Yeah,
That's something you have to adjust on, especially with TCR where it's just front wheel drive, and when you go on the power, it's just on the steers instead of snapping the rear.
yeah, yeah. Well, Marnix, thanks for your time. It's been amazing to speak to you again, and yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow and next week as well.
Will do. Thanks for the commentary, Dan. See you
No worries.
tomorrow.
Well, we move on to our last one in the commentary booth, and it is the one and only, the man who we've had again winning a race in a series, like he's done in almost all of them. Winston,
Yes.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Winston, again, you win a race in a Platinum Racing League series. You, you seem to make a tradition of it.
Yeah, that's a good tradition
Yeah.
to win races. Yeah, but of course as co-founder, I really love to just race here with all the new names as well tonight. So that was good racing, and therefore it's a shame that it's only 16 drivers. But I heard there was many absence or rather people that were sick or abroad or that kind of stuff. But still, the racing is incredible, and for the first race here in the F4, I had amazing fun, especially with the format of the two heats. So if you messed up the first race,
Yeah,
you can have a good second one. And I did. I had a good second race and had good racing on track.
as you messed up the first one.
Yeah, as I messed up the first one. That's true. I spun in the chicane. It's really tricky with the F4 cars with the bottoming, especially there. And then yeah, you lost it on the traction at the second one. But yeah, fortunately I didn't have any damage. That was good, so I could drive further and just end up with P5 in the
Yeah.
first race, and then in the second race I could just build on that confidence that I have built up after the crash. So
Yeah.
that was all good.
Yeah, well, of course, second race, you came from, I think, very far back from P5 you came.
P7, I believe, even
I
further.
I think it's P5 you started.
Yeah, I started in P5, but after the first lap, Sven Merckx had a small spin, and I had to slow down with the driver in front of me as well, and then I fall back and P7, and after that it was just trying to get through the field and
Yeah.
trying to catch the first three guys who were battling. By the way, if they didn't battle, if they just drive on, I couldn't have won the race. But they made some mistakes and they were battling on track. It was probably epic to see as a commentator, but I don't know.
Yeah, very epic.
Yeah, it was very epic to see. They were racing and they made some mistakes, so I just got it on yeah, just like a present for me, the first position. But after that, it was good racing. Yeah, with Jorge Lopez, he was pushing me. Yeah, just on the lap times, and then at the end, what is it? Fede Kuban, he called us as well, so
Yeah.
it was good racing into the end, and it was like good racing.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
what did you
close.
think when you saw the winner of the sprint race, Feddo, coming up behind you?
Yeah, I saw his pace on the lap times. He was like 2 tenths faster on a good lap, and I was like, "No, come on!" I was like, "Come on, Jorge, you need to please a little bit defending for me." But
Yeah.
he did. He had some good
Yeah, he
defending
did so.
moves, and yeah, it was epic racing because I saw it happening behind me. But yeah, if they didn't fight at the front, I will never won the race. But still, I had a good race, and it was just fighting until the end, and no time to relax.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Winston, I mean, it has been amazing to speak to you after once again another win. I will hope just to speak to you and see you again tomorrow and
At
next
the
week
TCR.
when we
Yeah.
continue with F4. Tomorrow, of course, like you said, we have TCR. You're in the run for the title there as well, I think. So you have a lot of things to focus on.
Yeah, a lot of things to focus on, but that's all fun. And tomorrow at Solder, we're going to see who's going to end up on top. So
Yeah, racing in my
I'm looking
backyard.
forward. Yes.
Well, Winston, I hope to see you tomorrow again. It's been amazing to speak to you. Thanks for your time. And
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see you.
Have a nice evening.
You too, man.
Yes. Cheers.
Well, that was all for us tonight. This evening has been amazing with a lot of great racing. So many things happening that I can't even go through them in I think 30 minutes. I would be here for an hour plus to go through all the great overtakes we've seen, at I think it's Rivazza, yeah, up the inside, around the outside, unsettling drivers as well. We've seen overtakes into the Tamburello chicane, a lot of overtakes around the outside there. Looks like the outside is the favorite line, of course, because you get from the outside to the inside. But yeah, I mean, some amazing overtakes we've seen into Tosa, Villeneuve chicane as well. Variante Alta, not really a place where we saw any overtakes happen, but definitely a place where, of course, a lot of drivers lack some pace as well. But yeah, that is all for this evening. I hope you have enjoyed it, and yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow with the TCR at Zolder. I think the third round of season 2 of the TCR Championship. Definitely looking forward to that one. Next week at the exact same time, we have round 2 of the Formula 4 series, the Platinum Racing League Formula 4 series. So be sure to join us then. Again, until then, stay safe,